GG's, the Daughters, Hyenas, Scuba Dogs, one for Scuba Steve was criminating, y'all. I rock with the King X. Don't forget the Kennedy doing his minimum march right here on YouTube. The Daughter, we conducted ourselves the most high. The Daughter, life's what you make it. You can't love it, you can't hate it. It's gonna be simply what you make it, GG. We gotta stay more righteous than ever, the Daughter. You heard the Daughter? I guess we on the news that we on the cleanup. We on the cleanup we're doing a cleanup. We're doing a cleanup so we on the cleanup side so we cleaning up big Meech, all the big Meech slander that they had everything that was going on cause it wasn't right, GG. It wasn't right. So we gotta clean up the slander and whatnot, You know what I'm saying? Life's what you make it, You know what I'm saying? All the fugazi shit, that's going out the window, we ain't gonna let people manipulate the scene when you gotta stay more aware than ever, You know what I'm saying? People saying that they still gotta wait for the Tammy Cohens, but other people believe that, they still people got some explaining to do. And I'm like, yo, why do you believe that, And they gonna give their explanation on why they believe it or why they don't believe it, But we gonna stay more aware, We gonna stay more active Jackson, this time, because we can't be allowing people to just slander shit that's come out, I think that they're gonna do the clean up, and then still be on the fence, waiting for 50 Cent to drop his shit, And once 50 Cent drop his shit, they gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? So we don't know, the people don't know, but at the end of the day, you can't be slandering people without 50 Cent dropping his shit, and that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a findy, That's a big findy. You know what I mean?
Entertainment and see who's the CEO, a government informant. So the nigga 50 Cent, you doing business with a government informant. You know it. I know it. Big Meech know it.
And that's also causing a rift between the family.
Between him and the rest of his family, because they what they saying to the nigga is, yo, this broad is hurting our brand. You feel me? And you ain't heard one word from the nigga about this situation.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Nothing. And his name is clearly on your paperwork.
His name is in the paperwork, man. This woman testified.
But he said that he can't get the paperwork.
No, listen, ho. Let me say this. He's saying that Meech's name is in his paperwork. How? Only through Tammy. Tammy mentioned Meech's name, not the government. You understand what I'm saying? Tammy is the one who said, they asked her, why are you doing this? Were you promised some compensation? Were you? What's the reason? You don't have a case. You don't have a federal case. None of that. You don't even have a regular case.
So she then
said to them, can I get Demetrius Flannery a time cut? Now, do that sound like Meech told her to do that? No. Because where did all that, that...
It's the lying, the Cuffy keeps getting caught up in these lies, That's why that Sean G dude, he seen that Cuffy kept lying, and he wanted to be, a little biased, and he wanted to, lie a little bit with him and be on his side, He kind of looks like he could be probably related to him or something like that. Who knows from the long run, But now he switched up the story because people ain't allowing that shit. People ain't actually allowing that shit to go down just like that, because Cuffy, you know what I'm saying? He's putting in this, he's saying this, he's that. We need Cuffy to be accurate, 100% accurate. No, you know what I'm saying? You might not forget a little bit, so you might just want to throw in a little sauce in it. You know what I'm saying? Throw a low blow, boom, but you can't throw low blows right now, We need to be more righteous than ever, be a lot accurate, on what you speaking of,
That's the crazy part. They asked her why she's doing it, and was she promised compensation?
Yeah.
She did say that when the first DA was retiring, he told he was going to send her to somebody else. Now, mind you, she was already working before this, so why would they let her just go away? She locked up Terry White. Let's not forget about that. This is before BMF and all that shit. So, of course, he's going to attach her to the new DA, which he's retiring, or, you know, he's under whatever he was, under investigation and all that shit.
All right, so we're gonna look into this interview because he talks a little bit more of recent shit.
Sean Xavier Gumby Jr. Public. Thank you.
Hold up, pause this for a minute. I want to say something that I said
You
to this guy.
Meech was dead.
Listen, I said to Sean G, this guy here, this is the guy that was in Morgantown, and he was with Cuffy's homeboy, and Cuffy homeboy was breaking it down, telling what happened and how Meech did it, whatever the case may be.
He's biased.
Yes, because I said to him, yo, listen, Cuffy got a 924C and a 924J, but there's also 2 guys on his indictment that was charged with murder. So how did they break that down to, they dropped the murders and gave you gun charges? And you saying they ghost guns. You saying they don't even have the guns. So if they don't have the guns, they don't have nobody to testify saying that you had an action. They saw you with the guns, a picture of the guns, none of that.
Why did he get caught? Why did he get caught?
Why would you plead guilty to that and then appeal it and get denied?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. People not looking into all of the details of what's going on. What happened to the murder for hire? What happened to that?
Yeah.
That's what we want to know. So they dropped it how? Why? What was the, you know, what was the legislation for them dropping it? What was the legal causes for them dropping it? What was the codes? What was, like, we want to see. Because when they first arrested you on the news, they said you hired some people to kill a person because of your brother. Your brother was facing a conspiracy case for drugs. The guy was going to testify against him. You hired one of the people to kill him. The other one was a bad drug deal. Something went wrong with the dude, gets the money, whatever case may be.
And he caught the murder from, He's saying that he caught the murder case from the gun, but they never caught the gun. They never bagged him with a gun.
I want to say this.
We're talking about Cuff.
There's 2 guys on his indictment that's charged with murder. 2 of them. They're on the indictment. I think it's number 2 and number 3, because there's 4 people on the indictment. Where's the guys that's on the indictment? Why are nobody interviewing them? You understand what I'm saying? He's on here saying all this stuff. He's putting a tent on his own case.
Where they at?
We don't know. He's putting a tent on his own case, right? And he's only bracketed it on half of it. He's only going with the big Meech thing. There's more stuff on your case that that's gone. It's not here no more. You ain't been charged for that. But when you look at the news clippings and all that shit and the complaints and all that shit, it's in there. That you hired somebody to murder somebody, 2 people.
So this nigga's biased, you saying?
Sean G is being, I feel, I'm not saying, you know, I could.
No. I'm not stamping it, but we just
I feel he's being biased because he's willing to say that Meech is a rat. Demetrius. He's willing to say Demetrius is a rat. But he's not. Now, when he asked Cuffy about the guns and the murder and all of that, the phone cut off. Why didn't Cuffy call him back yet to clarify what the questions that was asked at the end of this segment? That's what I'm trying to say.
He don't want to talk about that real quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not saying nothing about that. And everybody on here talking about he got appeal issues for this and that and third. We're not talking about what
he got appeal issues and this like that, but he brought up all this situation that Meech ain't bringing up his name, he's bringing up Meech's name. But the thing is, with life, everything goes full circle. So now you bringing up Meech's names. People, I guess they started to look up your name. They wanna ask you questions about what's going on. Since you got so many answers, people wanted to give you questions. But the questions that you answering you didn't want to hear them questions, CG. You didn't want to hear them.
But he appealed what he was charged with. We talking about things that he was charged with that's no longer there.
Fact.
Why did they get rid of questions? Why did they get rid of murder for hire? Let's not say they gave you a 924C and a 920. Homie
got so many Cuff got so many answers, he he didn't have the answers for his own situation, but he got all the answers for Meech's situation, but he don't got the answers for his own situation. And that's when Antenna's like, what the heck? Well, yo, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? But he's saying he got his shit in the pill. He can't talk about none of that shit. He ain't trying to talk about none of that. We understand, done. But you know what I'm saying?
For Jay, when you first got arrested in your complaint, it says you hired some people to murder some people. Where did that go?
Yeah, facts.
Well, how did they get it? How did they just throw that out? They didn't want it no more? That's that. We want to know that. Let me say this. Let me say this. I don't want no one to think that I'm calling Cuffy a rat. I'm not. What I'm saying is this. I want to know what happened to the allegations that you were arrested for, that they had on the news, that they had in your complaint. I want to know what happened to those situations.
Yeah.
Like,
you're gonna ask him. Those are the questions that this nigga needed to be asking, but he did ask him. But he knew he was gonna ask him at the end.
Down together at one point, right?
Correct.
When did y'all get down together?
1991.
Y'all go back to 1991?
1991, homie.
Now he knows your family, he knows Tamara, he knows everybody.
Yeah, he goes way back, homie. We just found Tamara's gonna post a picture with you when she was 4 years old. She's 34 now. She's gonna post a picture with her and Meech sitting on the couch at my mom's house. She was 4 years old, yo.
Yeah, she told me that today, man, and we're gonna get Tamara too. Now, Cuff, man, run through. You know, I want to give you the floor, man. You on my platform. I want to give you the floor. I've read the motion to suppress the wiretaps. You've watched me. I've done the whole thing, and my man's paperwork don't look good, Cuff.
Oh, no doubt about it. It's really simple, Sean. And earlier,
stop it right there for a minute.
Let's be aware that his paperwork, he said that it looks good. He retracted that and said his paperwork is official, That's what he said, in the newer, you know what I'm saying, interviews, a couple newer interviews, But now he's trying to come out and, you know what I'm saying, lean towards, but we don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Stop it right there for a minute. Listen, did you hear Sean G just say, my man's paperwork don't look good, Cuff? That's a
conversation.
That's a biased statement to me.
Yeah.
Because there's no paperwork that looks bad on him. What paperwork does he have that looks bad? His own paperwork is good.
Yeah.
So what paperwork don't look good? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Demetrius doesn't have any paperwork other than his own. So what paperwork is Sean G talking about? What other paperwork? Where is it? But like I said, this guy Sean G.
Where's that?
He said he read it. I didn't. I'm gonna go back and look over. I'm gonna go back and listen to that. So I didn't. Matter of fact, he didn't read it yet. He said he got it. He gonna read it. I guess tomorrow he gonna read it.
Yeah. All right.
He got it, but he didn't read it yet. He just read the stuff. You know what Cuffy was saying and what the paperwork that he has there with the girl saying Meech. Whatever. He read all of that. As far as what was said in those affidavits with Tammy, it does make Demetrius look bad. But
it makes him look bad. But she said his name. She said that we don't know why. I want to say this.
That's what I was getting to. But we also know
fucking the agent.
We also know that Tammy has been caught lying within this paperwork.
Yeah.
So, we gotta understand that part too.
Facts. You gotta think more aware than this.
This is. I ain't the type of person that want to be biased in this situation. I'm not saying Cuffy is a rat. All I'm saying is we want to see certain documentation on certain things that happen within your case.
And you want to hear them answers.
Demetrius, I'm not saying you're a rat. What I'm saying is I need you to have a comeback for what these allegations that Tammy and this guy Cuffy is saying against you.
He's cheering for Meech.
They saying that Tammy's willing to do a
He's
tell-all
cheering for Meech.
documentary,
He wants
Meech
to come
on the situation. And she did mention the name to the people, which is the DAs. She did do that.
That's a fact.
So that we need, we want to know your rebuttal to what they're saying.
So niggas is cheering for me.
Anything yet.
That's it.
And that's what's got everybody in the uproar. They waiting for you to come out and say, which he can do. They can't come lock him up for defending himself. No.
He's a boss, though. He's a boss, nigga. People is talking. People was out here talking for him. Like, he does got family members.
I want to say this. Those people out here talking for him are not in his shoes. You get what I'm saying? Nobody can talk for him. He got to talk for himself. Only he knows what's going on right now. Them people talking wasn't there. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? They don't know what nobody told nobody to do. This is for Demetrius to get up here and say his defense mechanism for what these allegations that they putting on him are. He honestly,
on parole after doing 20 years, will you worry about that?
I want to say this.
In a halfway house?
I want to say this right here. There's not a man alive that has done time as an honest man, a stand-up man, a man of honor, that's going to allow society or any other person to slander their honor. Not a man of honor that's been in prison. I don't give a fuck what level of prison you've been on. If you a stand-up man, you could have been in the camp, you could have been wherever. If you a stand-up man, you defending that shit. Ain't no way. And look, there's nothing that could deter you from doing that. Not going back to jail for 6 months, not going back to jail for 2 days.
We ain't defending nothing, da. We just asking the right questions, da. We can defend anything, da. But if we ask a question, da, don't say we defending it. We just want to know. It's just a question. How is defending? If we ask the questions, it's answer done. You know what I'm saying? You good, da. We stay more way than ever.
None of that. Because guess what?
And we do gotta ask Cuffy all that. We do gotta ask Cuffy. We gotta ask Cuffy a couple questions, da.
You're not free if you're in the halfway house. You still belong to them people.
What about the message, though? So the message wasn't good enough, you're telling me. That's what you're saying. The message wasn't good enough that he
when he sat on the couch looking like he was on Thursday, talking about my mother and my brother.
Chill, wax that nigga. You can't be
that looked like a cry out statement. He didn't say anything. Listen, you got to go into detail about certain shit, which he's a lie. He can. He's not. His case is over. He can defend himself.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He's not doing that. He ain't do that. He went up there and said, yo, I don't want nobody to trick me off the street. I'm doing this for the people, for my man, my peoples, my loved ones, my mama, whoever else.
That was it enough. I ain't trying to get
them people, listen, you got to protect your own honor. I ain't saying fuck them people, literally.
You want him to go back and forth with 50. As a nigga who just did 20 years.
I don't want him to go back and forth with 50. He's going back and forth with 50 because he putting up shit with 50. We talking about from your mouth. We talking about what Cuffy is saying, what Tammy is saying. You listen. If they able to slander you, you able to.
If Meech would have never put nothing out from the start, if Meech would have never fucking even started with 50 Cent, could have said anything he wanted. If Meech would have never replied to them, it would have never looked like nothing, You know what I'm saying? Because niggas was like, oh yeah, but you was with him right here, You was just with him 2 days ago.
To defend the slander. You understand what I'm saying? You're able to defend that. There's no reason why he's not defending himself. A man of honor is going to defend himself no matter what.
Yeah, stay on business.
We're talking about of honor. We're talking about they saying you did something that you ain't do.
Principle. Yeah.
Fact. Yeah, you come on, man. You got morals and principles as a man. You're not gonna let nobody just say nothing like that towards you.
No, that's a fact.
This shit is not complicated, man.
Okay, now, Cuffy, you say she put you with the feds. That mean now.
So this is what it is too. Why is this nigga so comfortable talking if you trying to say if he probably have allegations himself? Why would you think a man like this would be so comfortable talking or out like outside the data if he did the same thing?
Let me tell you this. Like I said, I've been in prison. I've been in penitentiary.
Yeah.
I've watched guys say another guy's a rat to keep it off of them and keep on saying it. You understand what I'm saying? They keep saying it. They want everybody to jump on that guy to get him off the pound because the guy knows something about him. So he's saying, yeah, Joe Blow is a rat. Joe Blow did this. Joe Blow did that. When in reality, he's a rat. You get what I'm saying?
You can't say shit like that, Dada. You can't come out your mouth saying some shit like that without.
Listen, that's why. Listen, that happens, man. We've seen it happen so many times. So that's what I'm saying.
That happen.
If that
niggas don't get checked.
When everything come out and the dude was lying, he get punished for it. The dude that's lying.
Yeah.
But we saying that. What I'm saying is this: it happens, man, and you got to defend your honor. You understand what I'm saying? You a man. You gonna let somebody slander your name or something you ain't do? Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punish your ass for that.
Yeah. All right. Bet.
Now, is Suarez down with the feds too, or you don't know?
No, sir. No, sir.
Suarez is straight up and down.
Straight good dude. And matter of fact, he beat the feds in trial. That's how he met Meech in the county jail.
Okay. Now, Cuff, I want to go ahead, man. Now, when you initially reached out to Tammy, you was just interested in the movie joint.
Yeah. Actually, Meech put me with Tammy back around 08, 09. And this was strictly dealing with the movie.
This call is from a federal prison.
My job was to come up with the movie script and find a motion picture house to take the deal. And at that particular time, she had his life rights. So of course, she was.
So you saying that this man right here that actually went to prison and asked some questions at the end, he might know something? Why would he ask him the question?
He asking them a questions according to the paperwork. He has his paper. He has the paperwork from all the allegations going on right in front of him. So he's asking them questions from how did he meet Meech and how did he meet Tammy and that's all questions to ask so he can answer so we can get further more knowledge of what's going on here. How did it start? Where did it start from?
Meetings with myself and Louis Burrell, which is MC Hammer's big brother out of Oakland.
Okay.
Which is my man. We go way back.
Now, Cuff, Meech reached out to you and hit you about the movie rights or making the movie, or Tammy approached you about making the movie?
I reached out to Meech and told him that, if you can get your movie rights over to your people, man, like your family or somebody, we can get this bread. You feel me?
Right.
But instead of him turning over his life rights to his moms or his sister, Danielle, or one of them, for some reason he turned it over to this Tammy Collins broad.
Now, Cuff, how far you go back with Tammy?
About 08, 09. We've been taking meetings, and that's part of the record also. So we have our emails back and forth. That's part of the record of this case. Because, our argument was that I wasn't in no drug deal with Tammy. We were working on a legitimate business deal.
So you don't run into Tammy until 08, 09. Now, did you know Tammy going back to 90? When did Meech ran into it in 02, 03? But you didn't meet her back that early?
No, sir. No, I don't. To be honest with you, Sean, I don't know when they originally hooked up.
Hold on, stop this and look at Sean's face when he say that.
And things of that nature. She was very busy.
Stop
Why
it.
did he?
Now,
Why did he lie?
Look at this guy's face when he said, "No, I didn't know her back then." Watch his whole facial expression change. Look at this guy that's interviewing him. Look at his face when he tell him when he met her. Go back a little bit when he's asking him now. Play it.
No, I don't. To be honest with you, Sean, I don't know when they.
90. When did Meech ran into it in 02, 03? But you didn't meet her back that early?
No, sir. No, I don't.
You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. We here with it.
That's why
is the key to everything.
He's on top of his niggas.
This guy's not going to come out and say he don't believe what this guy's telling him because he wants to keep this story going on so he can get views and make money off this shit. but his body language gives you a whole nother scenario.
Yeah.
He said, you said you didn't know her since back then. When he said, nah, I'm not, you would see his face. Like what the fuck you talking about? You like, come on. We look at a person's body language gives you what they believe and what they don't. Go back and do it again and look at it again.
Yo, this nigga, that's a fact, Nada.
90. Well, when did Meech ran into it in 02, 03, but you didn't meet her back that early?
No, sir. No, sir. No, I don't.
Like he knows. He looks like you want to cry, Dada. He looks like you want to cry right now, just because he looks like he's not thing. Like, yo, what the fuck? I'm not too sure. That's why he's like, yo, man, I apologize. I ain't trying to be for me, Dada. I know this nigga's probably lying, Dada. So I'm just gonna step up out of this, Dada. Like, that's what he said, Dada. I was like, yo, nigga, you sure? I don't know. We gonna get right.
To be honest with you, Sean, I don't know when they originally hooked up. He told me he had this girl that was doing a lot of his running and things of that nature. She was very.
Is he hiding something to cover something up, or he's hiding something because he just married and shit like that, so he don't want nothing to be known or nothing like that? Or
I'm not saying that. I'm saying this. I looked at Sean G's face, and I know for a fact that he didn't believe what the fuck Cuffy just told him.
Yeah.
His body language says he didn't believe it. And if you go down in the comments on this, I wrote that, and he put a heart on it.
That's why I bet.
And look at it. I wrote in the comments on this segment right here. I wrote all of that down there, and he put a heart on what I said.
Cause he knew better. Wow. He knew better. We gotta be on everything.
No, sir. No, sir. No, I don't. To be honest with you, Sean, I don't know when they originally hooked up. He told me he had this girl that was doing a lot of his running and things of that nature. She was very business, and that was around 08, 09. So I didn't have any reason to know her or know nothing about her other than the fact that he told me she had his life rights, which was true. She testified under oath that she had his life rights in the Frank hearing.
Now, Cuff, man, I know you spent a lot of money on them lawyers in that Frank's hearing. How much did you spend on legal fees altogether, man?
About $150,000.
Did you pay for all four of y'all's or just yours?
Just mine.
Okay, and then the other dudes, the Rush Brothers and Gibbs, they handle their own.
Of course they did.
Okay. Now, niggas is saying, Cuff, and that we talking about the comment section, niggas with fake profiles and whatnot, they don't matter, but they wondering like, are you a rat? Or did you cooperate in any kind of way? Can you clean that up for us, man?
Well, the documents speak for themselves. I find that's funny, homie. I mean, you can check my record on. Tell them check my record on.
Well, I didn't. Everybody I talked to from St. Louis, and you know my man Cav, man, from the Boogie.
Ain't no doubt.
Ain't
no doubt.
And yo, Cav told me the story that me and him was in Morgantown together, and he told it to me back then. And then when 50 dropped the joint with the Instagram post, I called him back, and he was like, "Yo, Sean, they jammed my man Cuff up, a solid dude." And
this is what you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's saying listen. This is what and he's siding with Cuffy because of his alliance to the guy that knows Cuffy. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's his. Because I'm gonna say this: if he was siding with Cuffy because of what Cuffy was saying, when Cuffy said that shit to him just now, his facial expression wouldn't have did none of that. You see how he looking now? He's talking good about Cuffy, so now he's smiling. And when Cuffy said that shit about I didn't know her since 2002 and all that shit, what does his face look like? Get the fuck out of here.
He feels like he was doing wrong. Like
so
what the fuck?
Listen, people's body language give you what they standing on at that moment.
Also shit like that. I feel that. All right, let's get to it.
Nah, So that's the reason why I even got into the joint, man.
Yo, Sean, niggas rock with me from Maine to Spain, my nigga. And when you mention my name, nigga, you talking about gold, nigga. You feel me?
I hear you. I hear you. Now, Cuff,
That's not what we talking about.
The word you put money in Meech's hand. He didn't put no money in your hand.
And let me just right quick.
Go ahead.
All right, check this out, right? During the suppression to suppress the wiretaps, right? He said it's Big Meech's fault that they used the wiretaps against him, right? In the paperwork for the suppression of the wiretaps, the judge or the government, I ain't 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure the judge said his attorneys failed to state a claim that there was false evidence in the wiretaps. That's why they went on with the wiretap.
Now, let me go on even further back from what you're saying. What you're saying is actually correct. But what I'm saying is this. To get the wiretaps, they did use Tammy's situation.
Yeah, I agree.
To get the wiretaps. Now.
And that's dirt on Meech's hands.
I'm going to say this right here.
Can't say that. Can't say that.
Did. So, listen. Meech did introduce him to Tammy, right? But he's saying out his own mouth, we was doing a movie deal first. But now, do we believe that Meech called Cuffy 3 times about making drug transactions? Do we believe that? Because we ain't seen that nowhere.
No.
And I'm gonna say this: if Meech called Cuffy 3 times from the federal prison, they can go get those conversations because they tape everything. Every conversation you have, they tape it. They listen to it. Every single one. So if they knew from the DA or from the judge that they had allegations to investigate a guy through Meech and Tammy, knowing that Meech got this guy's number on his list, which you have to put in a list with phone numbers to your counselor to get it on your list. You have to put the name and the person and the number and all that shit. Not saying you putting the right name, you just putting the name and the number. They have access to that because they monitor the calls. You fill out the form, you put the number in, it take a few days or maybe a week or whatever for you to get the number on, and then you're able to call them. See, if Meech was talking to him from prison, right? And they went and got these this warrant for audio, right? To audio, video, whatever, surveillance.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they go get those calls to put them in the work? Because to show how they, you know what I'm saying? That would automatically implement. Now he suppressed. He put in a motion to suppress certain things. How did they get onto you?
He suppressed the wiretaps himself, that's different. He suppressed the wiretaps himself. He's the one that put in the motion because he was talking crazy on the phones probably, and he didn't want the wiretaps to come out. That's probably what happened. So what happened with the wiretaps? Maybe I don't know.
Why did they go to a judge to get a warrant for you to put audio, to tag your phone, to put shit under your car, to go through to get a warrant?
Yo, rapper, come up here, rapper. Come up here, rapper.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Keith Cromer. That's the work of Keith Cromer right there.
No, I'm not saying that Keith Cromer went to the judge to get that. Keith Cromer can't just do that on his own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So where did Keith Cromer get the allegations to go get the warrant from the judge? Where did that come from?
Probably some shit him and Tammy said.
He's saying Meech called him on the phone and asked him about some deals. Like, yo, you need some? He said no twice. And then the third time he said, yeah. That's when Meech supposedly hooked him with Tammy. But now he's saying Tammy hooked him up. They hooked up through the movie deal. Hold on. You knew Tammy already before you did the drug deal with her.
For years.
That's a fact. Yo, rapper, yo, come
Meech
up here.
did not get out of an 848. Listen, he pled guilty to an 848, which he can get 30 years. He can. He can't get 30 years. He has no priors. He has none of that. You can get 30 years on an 848. He can plead guilty and get 30 years. 848 is not a mandatory life sentence. It's not.
Yeah.
That's a fact. 848 is not a mandatory life sentence, man.
Come up here, Dada. Come up here. All right, come up here and explain it, Dada.
Oh, that's the same dude that be talking about the 848? It is a dude that
848
always talk
is
about the
not a
848.
mandatory life sentence, man.
The English gangster, Dada. Come up here.
Bruh, I fought a federal rapper. Come up here so I can talk to you.
Dog say, there ain't no way you getting off that 848 period.
No, listen, he didn't get off the 848. He pled guilty to it, which got him 30 years. That's what 11C1C is. The judge can't go no higher than the sentence. If you read what 11C1C says, that's the difference. When you plead guilty to 848, you're not getting life. If you go to trial and blow the 848, you're getting life.
All right, let's get back to this. Let's get back to the call real quick. So we won't lose track.
And Cuff up, a solid dude, and so that's the reason why I even got into the joint, man.
Yo, Sean, niggas rock with me from Maine to Spain, my nigga. And when you mention my name, nigga, you talking about gold, nigga. You feel me?
I hear you. Now, Cuff, you was the word that you put money in Meech's hand. He didn't put no money in your hand.
What that means?
Nigga, they ain't have nothing, homie. And when I talk to 50, you understand what I'm saying? One thing that we both agreed on that this nigga's ungrateful. You understand? No, this nigga ain't have nothing, man. I mean, he was doing a little bullshit hustle. But when we got him down to the loo, homie, I put the nigga hustle game on 10. And I let the nigga touch his first $1 million, the nigga cried, homie. You feel me?
Now, Cuff, you ain't heard. When was the last time you spoke to him, man?
The last time I spoke to this brother.
Yo, rapper, if you want to come up, the Dada is the same link. The Dada, just join up, the Dada, so you can speak.
Man, and we go back 30 plus years, just to communicate that to your audience. 30 plus years, homie. The last time I talked to this nigga, homie, was when he put me with them people. You understand? When he told me Tammy gonna be calling me early 2013, homie.
And then you.
Big Meech solid. I'm from St. Louis. Cuffy's a rat. Everybody from the city know he a rat. He sat down with them people about the murders. He admitted to 2 murders and he didn't get charged. What you feeling?
Man, we don't know if that nigga from St. Louis for real now. People be saying all kind of stuff on YouTube.
I ain't going off of that.
All right, say that.
You reached out to him. And when did you find out Tammy was no good? At the Frank's hearing?
No, as soon as the thing went down, I found out that she was no good.
You say you from St. Louis, Dada, come up here, Dada, you heard? But most people be they ain't gonna throw
I didn't know his role.
accusation.
So immediately my attorney, immediately after this thing, my attorney sent Meech correspondence saying, yo, Cuff need to holler at you. Your friend Tammy put him in a real bad jam with the police. I heard nothing back from him. My lawyers, he don't respond, period. And so we've been trying to contact this nigga all during the Frank's hearing and everything, homie. No response.
And he done been all in your crib, know your daughter, know your family, know everybody.
Everybody. I'd have been all in his crib. We moved to Atlanta together in the early 90s, man. We bought homes in Atlanta. We moved our families to Atlanta, in the early 90s. I ate at this nigga's mom's table. He ate at my mom's table. Feel me?
Wow. So what did you, so now with, as far as the case with Tammy and her cooperate, did that case fall apart and did you get sentenced with that, or you down on the gun joints?
The case never fell apart. The case was in trouble. So what the government did was supersede me. If you look through the documents, you'll see the word superseding indictment. That just means to add on. So they indicted me on two homicides.
That's true.
Yo, rapper, you gonna keep doing the 848 thing? Come up here, Dada. You gonna keep doing the 848 thing? Come up here, bro. GG, you heard? Come speak, Dada.
So
my boy debunked. My boy debunked it, Dada. My boy Kevin debunked it, Dada. But you know what I'm saying? You could tell him different.
the only way that the government would even
You can't tell me different. He could get up here and flabbergast because he ain't never fought no case.
He said he fought a case. He fought an 846. He did 22. He did 20. I think 22 or 26. I think he did 26.
If he fought an 848 and he did 26, how he saying Meech couldn't do that?
Everywhere 848, B. Come up here and explain yourself. GG, come up here and explain yourself. Rapper.
Yeah, tell him come explain himself so I could read him his memorandums. What the fuck you talking about?
So the predicate is what triggers the 924.
What's the 924, Cup?
It's a gun charge.
Okay.
924C, 924J, that's what I have.
Okay.
Based on the drug trafficking, based on the Meech and Tammy drug conspiracy.
Okay. Now what about the homicide joints?
So they dropped
like, comment, subscribe, the daughters.
For me taking 2 gun charges. That's the 924.
All right, Kev, that's what you were saying? That they would
Yeah,
never do
yeah.
that. The president would never, ever do that, you were saying?
Never.
Right, that right there, they would never drop 2 homicides for the thing. Something must have happened right there.
I want, listen, you ain't even got to have a federal case to understand that part.
Yeah.
Why would they throw away something that could knock your dick in the dirt? Why would they throw that away to give you something that's only going to give you 17 years? Does that make sense to you?
Nah.
Does that make sense to you?
I feel maybe they didn't have a show. He could have had an alibi. Yo, I was here. He could have been on recording like I was here.
I'm gonna say this again.
They would never found a gun.
We need to see that. So all right, so they charging you with ghost guns. They charging you with ghost guns, and you just allowing that? You pled guilty to that in knowing that you didn't have a gun?
Yeah.
Come on, man. And listen, he's saying they gave him 10 years for the drugs and 17 years for the guns, but it's all in one case. Drugs with a gun has enhancements, all type of shit. So how they separated that and made it, keep on going, man. He gonna tell on himself.
All right, bet.
4C to 924J, yo.
Let me ask you this, Cup. Do you think did they have the wiretaps that they got based on Tammy and Meech putting you in touch with Tammy? Was there discussion on the wiretaps about the guns and the homicides and whatnot? Do you know?
Not that I know of.
Because I was thinking that, they couldn't, the reason they didn't throw out the wiretaps, they said because they had probable cause, but it might have been some information on there. So if you throw all of the wiretaps out, you go home the next day.
Say that again.
Mike Craig said he admitted to 2 murders. He said that out his own mouth. The feds would never drop murders for a gun, which is 100% correct.
All right.
Because I was thinking that, they couldn't. The reason they didn't throw out the wiretaps,
we need to get to that. We need to get to that. Because
they had probable cause.
We need Cuffy's people to come up here, some St. Louis people, because
we don't need Cuffy people. There's a dude from St. Louis saying he's from St. Louis saying Cuffy told, but we don't want to hear that. We need somebody to get that paperwork and get up here and read it.
We need you to come up here. Yo, rapper, Dada. What's your Gmail again, Dada? What that shit start with, Dada? I'm gonna send you that link, Dada. I'm gonna send you that link, Inglewood. Come up here, Inglewood.
But it might have been some information on there. So if they throw all of the wiretaps out, you go home the next day.
I go.
All right, we lost him, y'all. We lost him.
He hung up. He hung up. He hung up right there.
Yes, because it says when your phone is about to hang up, it tells you. You would have heard the automated system come on. It tells you that. Don't just hang up.
He wasn't feeling that, He wasn't feeling that question right there. What you feel, Like, what's popping off with this?
Hey, I'm gonna say,
Cuffy lying. He throwing sauce on this shit.
I'm gonna say this, man. I don't like to put nothing on nobody. I'm gonna just say that.
You can't. We can't.
I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want me to say something and then somebody go look at this live interview and say, yeah, well, Kev said that.
Nah, never that.
No, not saying me or you. We talking about other people. Remember, this live is gonna stay on there. This ain't coming off. This gonna be on YouTube. So people gonna be able to go look at it after we hang up. Yeah. After we done with this, it's gonna be on YouTube. People gonna be able to go look at it.
Yo, John Hall, you want to come up here, John Hall, you want to come up here, Come up here. We can send you the link, You can send you the link, You need to come up here, You know what I'm saying? Spread your words, Some real words, to the real public, Let it be known how you really how it really goes, You can come up here, John Hall, Let me know you need me to send the link, Send your Gmail. Send your Gmail without the at, Send your Gmail without the at, We'll send you the link, We'll send you the link. You can come up here, GG. You can come up here. Yeah, but we more righteous than ever. It doesn't matter. Like, we more righteous.
No. I'm saying I don't want to say something and then it come out to be different. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I understand.
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't going to OD on it.
No.
But you definitely going to point out the obvious. I bet. Send your Gmail without the at, and we'll send you a number to call in on,
Yeah.
I bet. You know what I'm saying?
Obvious is.
Look. You need to know how that shit drops.
I'm gonna tell you how the old head used to say it to me. Obvious is something in the milk ain't clean.
There, done.
In a court of law, it became a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut. You feel me?
Now, hold on. Somebody just put up there what I just said.
But I know
the mandatory minimum for 848 is 20 years. The maximum penalty is life. As I said.
Mandatory minimum is 20 years. Maximum
That's right.
Life.
Maximum is life. I said that. Somebody on here try to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Motherfucker, I've been in I did 15 years. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I was sentenced to 15 years in the federal penitentiary, not medium, low, camp, none of that shit.
Yo, we need y'all standing on business, Y'all want to speak, We salute everybody, Respect to everybody, Come up there, have your piece, because, you know what I'm saying? Shit's getting a little hectic, And we got BMF, remember, down Big Meech side still, And they saying they doing right for him no matter what, We got people on saying on Cuffy side, but saying Cuffy, you know what I'm saying? He's throwing too much sauce in. That's why. Yo, John, hold, John, grab that Gmail right there, Grab that Gmail, Grab that Gmail right there, Grab that Gmail, Grab that, put at gmail.com, Put at gmail.com, And we'll let you call in. And we're going to have you calling at a time, You know what I'm saying? Grab that right there, boom, put at gmail.com, And then, you know what I'm saying? Get right. Y'all want us to drop the link? We'll drop the link right here. We'll drop the link. Y'all can just come up. Y'all can come up and speak. People's looking at him a little funny. Now they saying that Big Meech Cuffy made Big Meech a millionaire. Now they saying Cuffy used to just rob niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it getting a lot of hectic. A lot of shit getting thrown around now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no picking sides, GG. It's just staying firm.
Most niggas don't understand paperwork. So I mean, and that's crazy to me because you niggas call yourself street and you out in the streets, but you don't understand what these white folks are doing. That's crazy to me.
And I'm gonna attribute a lot of that to
He
maybe
didn't
they never
understand what the
dealt with the
white folks was
system, but
doing
that's
either
what
until they
we here for, to
locked them up.
educate them.
What you said?
I said Cuffy didn't understand what the white folks was doing either until they locked him up.
All right.
I guess on that, because all you got to do is follow the dots with this one.
You saying Cuffy ain't too smart? John hold the data, you texting the data, you got the right here, Chase Your Dreams TV, the data, he got the Gmail up there, the data, the Gmail's up there, the data, grab that Gmail right there, 739, the data, and put it at Gmail and hit us up, GG. We're gonna give you the number right now so you could call in the data, or you could just, you know what I'm saying, you could come up real quick or some shit, the data, either or. Let us know what's up. Especially because he was fucking with Big Meech.
I'm gonna say here, none of us knew what the government was doing until we got locked up. Until we had to fight a case as an honest man.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Nobody knew what the government was doing. So what the fuck he talking about? People in the street don't know what the government doing. That's why that's something. Whatever. People in the street out here doing hustling, but don't know what the government doing to them. Motherfucker, you ain't know either. That's how they locked your dumb ass up.
Yeah, and dirt don't clean good with dirt, the data, so that's what happens, the data, you heard?
Like they did to the rest of us.
All right.
Because that's when we bring up you, we have to bring up a guy by the name of Suarez.
Fidel Suarez met Demetrius Fleury in the county jail. He's a cartel member out of Los Angeles. Super good dude. Fidel beat the feds in trial and went home. But he exchanged information with Big Meech and was trying to help him. Whatever he needed.
Yo, John Hall, the data, text the Gmail we gave you, the data, text it, the data, we put it up there, bro. Get right, the data.
Dude was down for that. Okay. So Big Meech and Tammy was initially trying to target Fidel. You feel me? So in the course of me and Tammy discussing Meech's movie rights and me seeking out a deal for a movie and me providing a script for a movie, the DEA got wind that I was in contact with Tammy, and they turned the investigation toward me. So that's why Fidel Suarez's name is in the paperwork.
Okay, and that make a lot of sense. And I guess kind of going back to that previous conversation, you were working on this script with MC Hammer's brother, trying to place what they showing now almost on Stars.
There you go. We was going to do a motion picture. We had a deal on the table from Lionsgate Films. MC Hammer's brother name is Louis Burrell. This is my dad. This is my nigga. It's a Bay nigga, but he's been out in LA and Hollywood forever.
Yeah, I did my research on him.
Yeah, that's my nigga. Super good dude. Been around forever. So I mean, he can contest all of this.
Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of sources out there that could confirm it, but really, if you paying attention and if you open your eyes and reading the paperwork.
And another thing your audience need to know.
This call is from a federal prison.
When I do these interviews.
We didn't hear that.
Now it's gonna hang up. Now it's gonna hang up. That's what it says when it's get ready to hang up.
Yeah, the data. Yo, you gotta send your Gmails without the app. We won't see them without the app.
People say, well, damn, Cuff, how you know Tammy didn't get in any trouble?
The Gmail's right there, the data. Chase Your Dream got the Gmail, he put it up there, the data. Text that Gmail right there, the data. We'll send you the link if you want to come up here, or we send you the number so you could get, so the phone lines is open, the data.
Tammy Collins has never been in any trouble. She has never been charged with anything. She's not from the streets. She's not about the streets. Demetrius Fleury put her up to this.
Yeah.
So this is what the government testified to in court, that she's cooperating with the DEA to set Cuff up to give Demetrius Fleury a time cut. It doesn't get any simpler than this, man. You feel
But he gotta show that.
And that's mind-blowing in itself that somebody without a criminal...
He got to show up.
That the government said that Tammy Collins is doing this to Cuffy to get Demetrius Flannery a time cut. He got to show that.
All right, bad. Oh, yep, you got to show that. Or Tammy Collins got to show whatever fuck she's saying that she got imaginary, got the data. That shit's not even probably, that shit's over with the data. I don't know where this shit's going with.
New record or, you know,
you be able to do this. Now we know that you can work off your sentence and things of that sort that other red niggas do, but this is an individual who's never been in any type of trouble. She was a fucking secretary at some office or something in Atlanta. So she's not from the street. She's never been charged with anything.
Wow.
You feel me? So this shit was new to the judge that was overseeing this case. You know what I mean? So she said, wait a minute, let me make this make.
But she got Terry White already knocked off, and she got a couple niggas already knocked off, and she had a couple Latin dudes locked off already, but she wasn't nobody, GG. Don't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be 100% accurate, so people can understand, you can't just, you know what I'm saying, throw certain shit out there. Then we're gonna be like, yo, why you flausing, what's up with you?
Listen. Just listen to a man talk and tell you everything you need to know.
Facts.
You mean to tell me that you signed up to be a DEA informant to set a guy up to give a kingpin a time cut, and the government is okay with this? This is what the magistrate judge said in open court.
And now, briefly explain how that go into play with everything that happens with her and Keith Krummer. How that comes into play with your case.
Keith Krummer was the agent that
and I ain't trying to bring up 50 and shit like that, but like the ungrateful shit, he said they ungrateful. I feel like they got something against Meech now, and 50 Cent got something against Meech because he's teaming up with his people. He's like, what the fuck, nigga? I thought I did all this shit, so we already know how 50 gonna get. He's gonna get extra petty.
50 is,
but
50 beef with Meech ain't even the rat shit. It's the him going and dealing with Rick Ross. That's
what I bet.
That started the case.
Because 50 Cent's a fucking law-abiding citizen.
So the way that he hid his hand was he passed the case along to St. Louis DA, who always had a bone to pick with me.
Okay.
So the reason why he hid the case and sent it down to the 8th Circuit, which is the St. Louis region, is because he had to try to hide his relationship. So the way that the relationship was brought to light was the Justice Department seized Tammy Cowan's phone. See, this is another thing that I found out, all the procedures that go and how you pay an informant and such and so and so forth. When they seized her phone, so once an informant completes his case and your guy is indicted, they have to turn over their phones and any other equipment of communication. Once that happened, they saw where she thought that she erased pictures and the text messages of her and Special Agent Keith Krummer. Pictures of them two in the bed naked. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Conversations back and forth. The Justice Department stopped my case to investigate Tammy Collins and Special Agent Krummer, who was indicted and fired.
Oh, so he lost his job over that.
What? Yeah,
that's. They said 50 already knew that Ross said fucking thing was cool. Ross and Big Meech was cool. He already knew that.
Listen, like I said before, him knowing Ross and Big Meech was cool ain't got nothing to do with him setting up Big Meech to make money, and Big Meech go behind. Don't come to him and say, "Yo, I want to do a big Rick Ross has a deal, has a play for me where I can make some money for us, party or car show or whatever it is. But I know that you and him got a beef, and my honor is to you behind what you've done for me for the past 20 years. You know what I'm saying? As far as you setting up my son to make some money, make some millions, so that when I come home, I won't be broke. We can get a house, we can buy cars, we could be all right. Now, and then he could even.
You could call in. You slacking.
Said, yo, I'm in need of a little bit more money. Rick Ross got a play for me. Is it all right if I go make the play or go do what I need to do? You know what I'm saying? On a business level with this guy. Business deal ain't got nothing to do with somebody having a beef with somebody. But when you go behind them, you don't even run it by the man's path after all he done for y'all and putting your son through acting school, paying out his pocket for it. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. When you go and deal with somebody that he dislikes, he's an enemy of. What kind of honor do you have? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the beef 50 got with.
That's a Gmail, bro. I'm not gonna tell you again. The Gmail's right there. The Gonzalo Brian 739. That's the Gmail right there. The text the Gmail. We'll get you right.
With me.
But they wasn't that cool. That's like me, that nigga in jail. He trying to tell you, yo, I got. We gonna send you a link. You could come up here, When you come up here, you could cam off, You don't have to have a cam on, You could speak, That's what you gonna get. That's how you gonna come up here. You gonna come up here from a link, With these niggas, you can't talk to these niggas.
No. Are you listening to what I just said?
Yeah. I'm listening.
50 showed his honor. 50 put your son through acting school. He put your series out. He allowed y'all to make money. All that 50 was making money already. Even though he made money off it too, but he allowed y'all to make millions. Not he allowed y'all to make millions off the shit.
Me said it too. Me said that, yo, no one helped him. That 50 Cent, that he was grateful for what 50 Cent was doing.
Right, but then you go behind the man back and do that sucker shit. Come on, man.
I bet.
That's criminal because you falsifying court-sworn records.
Yeah, and I seen that shit went up. That shit went up some levels of court. That shit was like, it was almost like, I want to say was having Supreme Court hearings on that shit, but that shit went up past regular court level.
Yes, it's very serious. A DEA agent can have no contact.
Keith Krumah got fired over that, and how serious of a offense that was, and that pretty much re-triggered your case. That brought your case back to life.
Well, I ain't gonna say it brought my case back to life. This happened before my conviction. This happened during my prosecution. While I was in the county jail, this was going on.
So okay, a little bit, because I know if I'm confused by it, or if I was confused, because I'm
50 Matt, he can't Tony Yayo Big Meech. Plus, Rick Ross made a whole song about Big Meech, kept his name alive. He had to link with Ross. 50 Cent
tell Mike Craig to learn what honor is. What he's saying right now is of a motherfucker with no sense. Big Meech said, Rick Ross said his name in the song. 50 put money in his pocket, sent his son to school, sent his son to rehab. That's a different situation. If you an honorable man, you understand what that is. Meech did make a dime. His son made $5 million, so he did make something. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What the fuck is he talking about? How the hell Rick Ross putting his name in his song helped him? He ain't make shit off that song.
And Meech said it himself, though. Meech was like, yo, 50 Cent actually helped me, You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent was the only nigga that looked out for me. With me, my son, and T would do anything for 50. It ain't look like they doing much right now,
Yo, listen.
The words, those are
look
words.
Look at this shit with me, with Rick Ross. Yeah. Rick Ross got him in all his hot water, right? You ain't heard Rick Ross get up there and say nothing pertaining to Big Meech or nothing after that. It was all a setup for him. Like he did that to troll 50.
I bet. So they saying that he that he raped them, he got over on them,
Listen, no matter how we want to say it, remember, 50 probably got $150 million for the deal, but there's other people he got to pay, producers and all of that. So there's cuts that go to everybody. 50 didn't make $150 million for itself. He had to break that $150 million down with other people.
Do you think he lowballed? Do you think he lowballed him though?
No, because I don't know what the contract state. We wasn't there when they signed no contracts. We don't know what took place as far as the money wise.
Yeah.
We can't say he lowballed them. I know that other people got to get paid though. Other actors, producers, all of that, they got to get paid. And remember, when you locked up in the feds, you can't. If they make a movie about you, you can't get no proceeds. The government makes sure you don't. It's up to the individuals to hold you some money and give you some.
Oh, so he's saying that he didn't do that.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Those actors that played in that series, they have to get paid. The producers have to get paid. The person who wrote the script got to get paid. All of the names you see going down the screen when the TV show goes off, every individual name you see there has to get paid.
Do you think he lowballed though?
I can't say that because there's a lot of people that have to get paid. There's production that has to get paid for. There's a lot of stuff that has to go on.
50 didn't put Little Meech through acting school out of the goodness of his heart. 50 knew having the man's son play him would bring more eyes on the show. That's good marketing. Plus, they look like twins.
Okay, listen, regardless of how we want to put it, that doesn't negate the fact that he put him through acting school.
I Spade 9, I hear you. Izzy, don't get caught up with these fools trying to push the false narrative. This is about Meech did not snitch. This person speaking right now, he hasn't even read this case or anything. Nigga just plainly speaking out loud, just speculations and shit. That's not the issue about a personal man's business, and nobody knows what happened with the transition concerning the contract. That's neither here nor there. Izzy, don't get caught up in with these people and pushing the false narrative. Now, I ain't pushing no narrative. GG, we staying more aware than ever. Niggas, everybody got their opinion. We letting everybody speak their opinion. You know what I'm saying? We more righteous than ever. Anybody, if you feel like you want to, you know what I'm saying, debunk or elaborate or, you know what I'm saying, push forward or, you know what I'm saying, push your own agenda or whatever the case you may do or you may be or what you want to do, because everybody got their own words. Everybody got their own wonders, their own cries. So everybody got their own feels. So we understand it, but push your false narrative now. We can never, because, you know what I'm saying, the righteous will. And it will get seen, whatever case may be. But, you know, they talking.
That doesn't negate that, regardless of what you think. You understand? Your assumptions don't make it right. You understand what I'm saying? We don't know what, like I said, we don't know what the contracts were about. We don't know what they signed for. There's contracts with everything. He didn't just go up there and do no series with him without signing no contracts first.
That's a fact.
So what are they talking about?
They saying that putting someone through acting skill, is just part of business, He did it to be part of business, That's just what it is. But, you know what I'm saying? Everybody take it with a grain of salt, You know what I'm saying? People need to stop talking about the case of not about their feelings and their emotions. Niggas gotta stop being sensitive. No, niggas gotta stop being sensitive, so emotional on shit, GG. That's just what it is. Nah, I feel it, I feel it. All right, 30,000 on show ain't good.
You see what the first part said? They said Lil Meech made. We don't know how accurate that is.
Yeah, you could do anything.
I keep saying on here, we ain't jumping to no assumptions or conclusions, man. We need to know the right facts. When you speaking on something, you need to know the right facts. That's why I'm not calling nobody a rat. I'm just going off of what the paperwork that was presented said. My assumption of what the paperwork said. That's in black and white print. I'm not making up nothing. I'm not up here.
All right. So we got some facts. There is news that there is missing money, Dundada. $8 million, Dundada, is missing, Dundada. That 50, they trying to say that 50, Dundada, he got, that he took, Dundada. He took $8 million, but he don't know if 50 took it or if Tammy took it and blaming 50 or whoever took it, Dundada, or they working in cahoots to have it, Dundada, to put out the new series, Dundada, or whatever, or to put out the documentary or whatever the case may be. So that it's missing. So Meech is like, yo, nigga, I need my $8 million, Dundada. You ain't trying to pay me that $8 million, Dundada, whatever the case may be. 50 ain't trying to give us $8 million. 50 feels like that's extortion, you know how 50 thinks. 50 thinking that worst. Like, nah, hell no, I can't give you that. You gotta ask your shorty Tammy about that shit. I already paid everybody off. Like, well, everybody gets, everybody got. I'm not giving up. No, I'm saying no portion. So just because that situation is going on, that this is where it leads to. This is where it's leading to,
Saying, oh, they said Lil Meech made 30,000 a show. They said, do you know that to be a fact? No. So you don't know what?
But Little Meech ain't got nothing to. Little Meech is an actor. He has nothing to do with the $8 million that these people actually arguing about. Tammy, 50 Cent, and Meech. And Meech can't say much because you know what I'm saying. He's in his situation, so he's just like, yo, what the fuck?
Lil Meech made a show off of it. How many shows was in the first part?
Fully in tune now, but at one time I was confused. Explain your situation and your conviction, because most people would see it like, well, he pleaded guilty, so how is
Well, we have to point.
They say it wasn't even that serious, Dundada. What? Now that they beefing and shit like that, they just trying to throw fucking Little Meech in there, Dundada, as a diversion, Dundada. Like, look at these niggas is broke because of this nigga, da. But he's like, nigga, what you talking about? I'm supposed to have my own cut from this shit, nigga, not that cut. That's my son worked for that. I can't take none of my son work for, Dundada. How the fuck did that look like me taking something out my son work for? That's crazy. If Big Meech that have Rick Ross that want to throw him underneath the wing that want a little nigga Rick Ross. He can't little nigga Rick Ross.
I want to say this, right? If it didn't mean so much, right? Why ain't Rick Ross backing him right now? Rick Ross ain't said shit after all this shit. After the show got canceled and all that, Rick Ross ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying he doing nothing for Meech. He ain't got nothing done for Meech, nothing yet. So
they hooked up with Little Meech, him and fucking Mayweather.
You seen him standing in the picture. That don't mean they hooked up with him.
Oh yeah, what's that?
That don't mean they giving him nothing. That don't mean, you know.
Yeah. I hope they are.
I mean, that's I guess that's a future thing.
Individuals based on pleas.
Okay. Yeah.
It basically boils down to.
Hold on, pause it for a minute.
Going to trial, you're not going to be.
Yeah.
He said, Google said they made 30,000 a show. Google also say a motherfucker life earnings is 600 billion, and he ain't worth all of that. So I mean, you want to go off what Google say?
Yeah, Google just we
don't listen to Wikipedia. He said a show. He said 30,000 a show. How many shows was in the series?
It was mad. It's a couple.
You understand what I'm saying? How many? Add up how many shows he did within the series, and then add up the money. Since you saying that he made 30,000 a show, and you add it up.
That's a couple. They saying that how the fuck is Meech broke? That like I said, that 50 Cent causes distractions over here. I'm saying that Little Meech made $8 to $10 million outside the fucking BMF show. He did that shit for himself. On the retail website. And he's doing his own thing. So how is he broke? But they just push that narrative because it's about money. That's what they trying to say. 50 Cent actually saying, yo, this is about money, nigga. These niggas, you know what I'm saying? They don't got the mindset to be great. You know what I'm saying? Have their legacy thing. Sometimes you're going to have to take a loss. But Meech is like, I ain't about to take that loss. You crazy? You know what I'm saying? So he got him in a 360 deal. He put him in a 360 deal. That's a couple racks.
Viewed by your peers. And that's one of the biggest discrepancies from going to trial in the state courts. You feel me?
8 shows, 3 seasons, Dada. 8 shows, 3 seasons. Plus, he got the $5 million. So where the $5 million come from? That's just from the deal.
They did a listen. The show came on every week, right?
Yeah.
There's 4 weeks in a month.
Facts. That was well. Shout out to little Meech. I'm saying still getting to the bag, doing what he does. I'm saying understanding that all these distractions, that is just distractions. To niggas could just fall off the pedestal, or niggas could flash more, or niggas could do more. And go even more, get more low on money. Like nah, just keep grinding, keep stacking, keep doing keep doing whatever the case may be.
The series for each series lasted how long? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How long did the series go for? I think 3 months each series, right? So there's 4 weeks, 3 months,
8 episodes. 8 episodes.
8 episodes. 8 episodes for
300,000. He made 300,000.
Listen.
But that's on top of the 5 million, right? That's on top of the 5
Listen,
million.
if the show came on every week, right?
Yeah.
4 shows a month. The show lasts for how many months per season? I think it's 90 days, right?
Yeah, GG. It's 10 shows. It's 10 shows. How is it 10 shows?
If he did a show every week for a month, he did 3 months for each season, for those seasons. There was 3 seasons. That means he did 12 shows a season.
12 shows?
I'm just saying, if he did a show every week for 90 days, that's 12 shows for one season. So 12, 24, 36. He did 36 shows at 30,000 a show. You add it up.
A little above 300,000.
It's way more than 300,000 if he did 36 shows at 30,000.
You said 36 shows?
Listen.
Yeah, like 400,000.
There's a show every week for 90 days. That's a season. There's 4 weeks in each month. That's 12 shows per season. 12, 24, 36 is 3 seasons. He made 30,000 a show for 36. He made 30,000 a show for 36 shows. Add it up.
All right. I said it would be different. Netflix movie, a BMF Netflix movie or some shit. Now y'all thinking big. That's how it gotta be. Now y'all thinking big. You think he made all that? He didn't make that.
Listen, he's saying that he made 30,000.
He didn't make that.
He's saying that he made 30,000 a show. If the show came on, listen.
A mil?
If he did 30,000 a show, for each season, right?
All right, so what's that? 6 million? So he made 6 million. Let's say he made 6 million altogether. He made 6 mil. That's not bad. Well, what niggas saying? What we getting at here?
Listen,
he made 6 million. He made 6 million.
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
Now we don't know what Stars paid 50 for the show.
Yeah.
If Stars paid 50, 150 million, right?
Yeah.
His 6 million came out of that 150 million. The producers, whatever they made, came out of that 150 million. The other actors, whatever they made, came out of that 150 million.
Yeah, niggas don't know what was. Yeah, it's all assumption. However, 50 spent on the school and to recruit 3 times over. Plus, 50 said Little Meech had to go through casting.
Listen,
so 50 Cent, they trying to say that 50 Cent paid for the school, but he had to pay him 3 times the amount that he paid for the school.
Listen, we gonna just go to how many shows was it per season. If they did a show every week for 90 days, which is what they do, right?
Yeah.
That means he did 12 shows a season. He did 3 seasons. That's 36 shows. He made 30,000 a show. Come on, man. Now look, whatever contract 50 signed with Stars, to get them to put it on their movie deal, on their network. 50 still has to pay those actors out of that. Stars don't pay those actors. Whatever contract 50 signed with them, that's 50 pays the actors that's in the motion picture. Not Stars. Stars bought the show from 50 for a certain amount of money.
Do you think Meech was the highest paid actor on it? Do you think he was paid more than the dude that was playing Southwest T?
I believe that he was the highest paid actor because the show was basically based on Meech.
Yeah. So he was
You
the highest
understand
paid
what I'm saying? So
he was the highest paid actor.
if
If
he
he was
wasn't
the
the
highest
highest-
paid actor, there's nothing that niggas could complain about. If he's the highest paid actor. That means 50%, you know what I'm saying, looked out.
What he mean? No, he didn't what? The show came on every week for 4 weeks.
They said he made 90. They said that he made 900,000 3 seasons for 3 seasons.
How? If the show came on every week and he made 30,000 a show,
that'd be a mil. That'd be like a mil 80.
So listen, how many shows came on per month?
10.
Okay.
All right, boom.
He said it was 28 shows.
Look at season one got 8 episodes. Season 2 got 10 episodes. Season 3 got, so it's only 28 episodes.
All right, add 28 times 30,000.
All right. Yeah,
that's not 900,000. Somebody can't count.
840.
That's what?
Near. It's close. 840.
840,000.
Mm-hmm. But he got 5 mil too. He got a 5 mil contract for the thing. Damn, so they try to say he ain't make shit. That's what niggas trying to say. He ain't make shit. What you feel?
Listen, I'm gonna say it again.
They're just trying to tell us
everybody that participated in that show, even the people behind the scenes, have to get.
Everybody gotta keep their head up, Dundada. We can't be tarnishing individuals, Dundada, saying this, saying that. That don't even make sense, Dundada. Like, come on now, bro. We gotta stay more aware than ever, Dundada. You know what I'm saying? People living their life, Dundada. Life got mean and act like it.
Paid out of that 150 million that 50 got. So 50 didn't make 150 million. 50 sold the show for 150 million, and then he got to pay the producers, the actors, the screenwriters, all of that shit. Audio. Yeah. There's people behind the scenes that got to get paid. People got to understand it's not about only him. There's all those actors you seen in that show, they got to get paid.
Yeah.
And 50 got to pay him, not Stars.
Fact.
Out of the money he got.
So, all right, let's get back to the Cuffy. Because 50 and Cuffy and 50, Dundada. Like 2 different situations. So Big Meech got 2 different situations coming across the panel.
No way for you to have a 97% conviction rate in less than decade stack. So of course I did. And the other couple.
Hold on. Stop it right there. He just said the Feds got a 97% conviction rate.
Yeah.
You know why they got that?
Because niggas plead out.
People plead guilty.
Yeah.
There's people that beat the Feds that we don't even know.
Yeah.
But the majority of people that go to the Feds plead guilty to their case.
Yeah. Fucking. So if 50 Cent profited 60 mil, is that good?
Yes, because 50 Cent is the one who paid for everybody to do whatever they're doing. He paid everybody. He's supposed to get more.
How much do you think me should have got? Good 20 mil?
Listen, whatever he got.
They're not friends, he's saying.
50, I'm gonna say this to whoever that is. Correct the culture. Meech sold his rights to Tammy. Tammy made the deal with 50 to do the series, not Meech. Because he sold his rights to her. So she had all the dominance to say who she want to give the show to. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. But if 50 Cent ain't friends with Big Meech Dada because he burnt him a little bit, so he shows that he's not really his friend. He's like,
I'm going to say this. How can someone say he burnt them when, I'm going to say it again, every actor, every producer, every audio player, every whatever in the show, script writer, all of them have to get paid.
Yeah.
So you saying that 50 took the deal to Stars, right?
They saying that he profited 60 million, and a friend would
if he profited 60 million, he was supposed to, because he's the one that put it together. He's the one with the deal with the TV network, not nobody else. Actors don't get as much money as a person that's already in the movie industry or the TV show industry. So he has a deal with Stars.
So why is it to the point why Meech got to be? Yeah, they saying so. Why Meech got to be loyal with him?
Let me say this.
It's up to Meech to be loyal to him.
I'm gonna say this, right? 50. I'm gonna say it again. 50 made sure that y'all made money. None of those other people that you're going and dealing with helped you do anything. Now, all Meech had to do was say, yo, being that if Rick Ross wasn't 50 enemy, 50 wouldn't have went at him like that.
Yeah.
The reason why he did it, because can't nobody tell nobody who to do deals with. But if I'm helping you in your life and I'm showing honor to you by even doing the series, why would you go to my enemy and try to do a deal without coming to me saying that? It's all honor. It's all about honor, man. That's it. He don't put it this way. If it was an outside source and there was no beef or nothing, he don't owe 50 no, he's just doing a deal. That has nothing to do with 50. He's doing a deal. But when you go to somebody that's my arch enemy, after I done put all my time and effort into helping you make some money, yeah, I'm gonna feel some kind of way.
But this ain't kumbaya, Dada. What you mean? I never fucked with you. I got a whole life before I met you, Dada. So everybody I fuck with, Dada, I'm still fucking with. And Little Meech went to to prom with Rick Ross' daughter, Dada. So
listen, Rick Ross' daughter and him was dating. That ain't got nothing to do with Meech at all.
That's what I'm saying.
That ain't got. So what I'm saying is
Little Meech was seeing Rick Ross.
Listen,
while they were dating.
Man, there's honor amongst situations, man. The reason why the judicial system has so many rats is because there's no honor amongst them once they get caught. That's all it's about. Honor is the key word in this. We're talking about somebody.
He's his own boss, so Meech wasn't trying to get little nigga.
He ain't getting little nigga by doing that.
You feeding me crumbs. I'm not my son. I'm gonna go out here and fuck with whoever I want to fuck with.
Meech don't know what 50 had for him. He didn't give him a chance to give it to him if he had something for him. He went and did that shit as soon as he got out.
Yeah.
Listen, man, it's honor and everything, man. And people, like the new people of this world, or however you say it, the nonchalant thinking is the reason why everything is in turmoil now. There's no honor amongst men when it comes to certain shit. Everybody feeling like, oh, he could do what he want because he would. Yes, he can if it wasn't his enemy.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. You went and did something with someone's enemy. Like, we're not saying Meech was 50 Cent friend. No, they did a business deal, and I took money out of my own pocket and sent your son to acting school. I didn't charge him for it. I didn't take the money back. I didn't. So what are you?
Why did Southwest T go right to take a picture with fucking Supreme's son, and never did no, and never went what I'm saying? Never went viral again.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying to you. He also went to a concert and took a picture with Meech with this dude too, but he took it down. Southwest T took it down off his page. Whoever got it going viral now, that's their business. But he didn't. He took it down off his platforms.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's showing honor. If 50 said something to him and he took it down,
honor in the industry that. And he took it down, so that's what's up. So Southwest T, he's staying more legit. What y'all think? What he gotta say? What y'all think? What y'all think about what the Brooklyn dude gotta say? The Brooklyn Gangsta Kevin, what he gotta say? You know what I'm saying? Me should have played the long game with 50 and went global icon and hands brand and icon. I feel like he ain't synced the shit. He just felt like he was just, you know what I'm saying, doing a little more than others. That's just what it is, bro. Relieves and lies. He didn't want to be on the 50 Cent, though. That's the crazy part. He didn't want to be on the 50 Cent. He wanted to be on, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to be on the 50 Cent. He don't want 50 to, he don't want to be on 50 shit. He wants his own shit. So what kind of honor you want him to be in the industry that
listen, this ain't got nothing to do with the industry. This is between two men. This ain't got nothing to do with all the industry shit, whatever the industry got going on. We talking about two men. We making it singular. We ain't making it plural. We're not putting the whole industry involved in this. This is a singular thing between two men. I did something for you and your son, and I have a beef with the person that you went and did something with, and you never came to me and said, "Yo, listen, man, I need some extra bread." So I want to know if it's all right, you know, without me and you having a beef. If I go take this thing with Meech, I mean with Rick Ross on, so that I could put some more money on top of the money, whatever money I got. I could put some more money on top of that to do other things with, whatever the case may be. He could have ran that by 50. That ain't making you no sucker. That ain't like you got to answer to nobody. That's not answering to nobody. That's just showing honor amongst a man that helped your family out.
Yeah. Fact.
Because I'm quite sure 50 had bigger.
Gotta listen to Dada. 50 Cent would have made money in the long run. That they think that 50 Cent probably just maybe they think that 50 Cent just the industry guy. Dada, he just the industry nigga, and they feel like Dada what he did was just trying to get close. Ross been trying to fuck with him, so he did what Ross did to him. He did it first. He went and fucked with BMF because of Ross. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, man, we can make up all of the allegations we want as far as coming off our top of the brain. We don't know what deals them guys had in the beginning. We don't know what pissed 50 off. We don't really know. We just assuming. What we do know is 50 is the one who produced their show. He put their show on the market. He got America or the world to watch their show. That's what he did. Nobody else ain't do that. Nobody else ain't do that. Not Rick Ross, not nobody else. They didn't do that. They didn't put no money into, you know.
Now they beefing and shit like that. But 50, you feel like more people know 50. I mean BMF after he started fucking with 50, or they already knew BMF. Everybody already knew BMF.
I don't believe the world knew BMF like they know it now.
It's a household.
Those DVDs and all that shit wasn't all over the world.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That TV show is all over the world. People watching that shit everywhere.
That's just crazy. That's crazy promotion. That's crazy promotion. That's BMF's a household name. Like he made the whole BMF brand legit. He made the whole BMF brand straight legit. That a legitimate. People could actually say BMF. People don't mind saying BMF. Before, only a certain individual would say it. Now everybody's saying it. But because it's a show. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Listen, that's what I'm saying, man. Everybody looking at this from Meech's standpoint, not from an overall standpoint.
Nah, we look
at overall standpoint. The overall standpoint is this: Tammy sold the show, the rights to the show, the rights to Big Meech to 50. So whatever they made off of it, 50 made sure they made it.
Facts. All right, let's get back to this.
Yeah, and excuse me, it was some circumstances around that surrounding your co-defendant and statements that almost forced your hand with that, because
They did force my hand. When the government saw that their case was in trouble, they indicted me on 2 homicides.
So I'm gonna try.
Wait a minute, did you hear him just say that?
I got a good friend that just came home.
They indicted
when
him
the
on 2
government
homicides.
knew that they was in trouble, they indicted me on 2 homicides.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Keep going.
All right. They said Google. They said 50 Cent. Google 50 Cent having. We don't go on Google. We don't go
Okay,
on.
listen. If that's the case, that goes to show you why Lil Meech only made 900,000, because 50 didn't even make $1 million.
So why would he pay him on that? Why would he pay him? Why would he pay him $1 million if he didn't make $1 million?
He was sentenced to 22 years and he got it cut to 11.
He made 60 million profit.
But how he explained to me is how the feds work, and this is exactly what you're going to explain. So when they indict you, they know that 98% of the people are convicted. Once you put in, like, you're going to fight the case and you don't immediately cop out, that's when they come back and supersede you with multiple indictments and multiple different counts.
They say that's stars money. That ain't 50's money. So 50 Cent just had to put shit together and pay niggas out and shit like that. But you know
listen. I just explained that. He's saying what I just said. Stars paid 50 for the series. 50 then has to go pay everybody else. Stars don't pay the people, 50 do. So if Stars gave 50, let's just say he gave him 150 million. Let's just say that.
Fact.
Out of that 150 million, he got to pay everybody else.
All right.
Stars don't pay nobody. Stars only pays the person that brings it to them. It's on them to pay everybody else, producers and all of that.
Facts. All right.
If they have the evidence, they first have to have the evidence.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, and now in your case, is that what happened with that situation? Did they kind of get you on one thing and come back when they noticed that you was going to fight it? They superseded
you? There you go. So when the case got in trouble, meaning that the agent and the government witness lost all credibility when a sexual relationship was revealed. It's illegal, it's immoral, and it kills all credibility. The justice system that we have is based on credibility. That's what it's supposed to be based upon. It's based on credibility. You feel me? Your veracity, your credibility. And once that is gone, then you can't bring a prosecution, because now you have committed what's called outrageous government misconduct, which is grounds for reversal or vacature of the charge.
Or dismissal.
Wow. And that's the circumstances you're falling under now. And I guess another thing
but if you got good relationships, niggas shouldn't be falling out about money, That's a fact. Good relationships, you shouldn't be falling about no dough, But if you wanted to go get dough somewhere else, you feel like niggas wasn't paying homage, I feel it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that.
Ain't no need to go back flipping bricks, They already made their money, they already lived their life, they already did what they did, They already stamped, solidified. So you know what I'm saying? You already know they got their dough, they straight, It's not, they're not hurting for money, bro. You're not getting it. They're not hunting for money, They just feel like 50 Cent did them wrong, shady in the deal, so that's what they going about. It's not like they're hurting for money. 50 Cent putting it like they're hurting for money because, you know what I'm saying, because the deal, whatever the case may be, but it's about money. it is about money, but it's not because they hurting for money. It's just like, oh yeah, I ain't feeling it.
He wasn't supposed to go nowhere else and get no money. That's not what we're saying. What I'm saying is you went and got money with the enemy of a man that puts you into money already.
Want to kind of briefly touch on is the ghost gun situation.
Mike Craig, that's correct.
They use a theory called aiding and
That's correct. That's
Listen,
correct. He
killed the federal. If you hire somebody to kill a government informant, that standards grounds for the death penalty. It is.
Yeah.
Not saying they're going to give you the death penalty, but they definitely going to give you life in prison.
Yeah. I bet.
You feel me? And I tell the people all the time about the 2 tiers of justice we have in the federal system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
enlighten.
So, yeah, well, but just basically, first of all, you going to trial, you won't be adjudicated or judged by juries or your peers. So if you were in Philadelphia, they not drawing the jury pool from the city of Philadelphia. They going in outskirts Pennsylvania. So you're gonna have 12, 16, 7-year-old white folks holding your faith in their hand when they've already came in with bias and prejudice of you and the people in the inner cities.
Before the case even started.
He ain't living custom to where he lives, not because of the money, it's because of the restrictions that he got on life, That's just what it is, because he could have his own shit, and be great with just his own shit. He don't need 20 cribs no more. He don't need 40 cribs no more. He could do real estate, whatever the case may be, but you know what I'm saying? He's not hurting just because he's not doing the same that he was doing, the same thing. That shit was necessary, was needed, You don't need all that shit, It's not necessary, So he's actually... He could, He's just doing him, He got a whole BMF show going, you know what I'm saying? He's straight.
Before the case starts. That's the only way you can have a 97% conviction rate in the feds.
Yeah.
It's the only way. It's built-in bias and prejudice.
Yeah. So right now, I know we talked about a case, the United States versus Laura.
So he got off 2 bodies, niggas saying he got off 2 bodies, and then he got knocked off for the Meech situation. Oh, not the Meech situation.
I want to go back to what he just said. The reason why the feds have a 97% conviction rate is not because they have jurors that's not of your peers. They have a 97% conviction rate because 97% of the people plead guilty. 3% of the people go to trial. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why they have that statement on that plurality of it, like saying that 97%, they have a 97% conviction rate.
Because niggas is pleading out.
Niggas plead guilty. You know, that's the thing. Niggas are scared of the government, and I'm gonna say this. Sometimes you have all right to be. If you know they got you dead to right, if you know that you know they got you dead to right, and you have co-defendants and y'all sit down and talk about it in a global plea, I say, listen, man, they got us. You all gonna plead guilty. I mean, that's common sense.
Yeah.
But it don't work that way majority of the time. Majority of the time, if you got co-defendants, somebody's gonna rat. That's just the way it is in the federal system. You know, dudes is cool to do the street shit in the street. But once them crackers get involved with it, you know, they listen. So correct the culture. I want to say this to you. I said that wrong. I did. Let me rephrase it. Everybody that go to trial does not win. Very few do. But the ones that do win, you won't know. So within that 97% conviction rate, those ones that went to trial and blew, they're involved with that too. I'm quite sure you understood that. You just wanted to get up here and say that.
They said Irv Gotti won.
Irv Gotti won. How many people other than Irv Gotti do you know that won? Irv Gotti, you know Irv Gotti won because Irv Gotti said it. Irv Gotti showed the paperwork and he said that he won. He proved that he won. But you don't know nobody else. These people on here that ain't fought no case, they don't know nobody else that won. I know one other Jewish dude that beat them. He was in my unit when I was in NDC Brooklyn. He was in my unit. He went to trial. He went to trial. He won. He went home. He didn't even come back to the unit. I don't know if they moved him somewhere else till he got home, whatever. He had to do the merry-go-round shit. I don't know. But I'm just saying that we never seen him no more. But we knew that he won his case.
That's a Fendi.
So I don't know of a bunch of people that beat the feds. I know, one or two. I'm just saying. I know a bunch of people that lost in trial and came back and won. But guess what? That's still a conviction, even though they went back and won. The first time they got convicted. Yeah, John Gotti won too. Listen, we're not saying
all the Gottis won. All the Gottis, yeah.
No, the son, John Gotti Jr. won. John Gotti Sr. won.
Yeah.
Irv Gotti won. The dude, the Jewish dude, what was his name? Damn, I can't think of his name.
That's a whole nother segment right there that we can get into. That's a fact. But let's get right.
And pretty much explain the scenarios around that case because it's very, very similar to yours.
It's identical. Okay. Laura was a case out of New York, out of the Second Circuit. It went all the way to the Supreme Court. He had drug charges, which were the statutes are called 841 and 846 for conspiracy and intent to distribute. Your audience might be lost on the
841 B1C is 8. Hold on, stop it for a minute. 841 B1A and 841 B1C is conspiracy with the intent to distribute narcotics. Ask me how I know.
Because you would say with that same charge.
That's right.
All right.
And I got a 2-point enhancement for a gun. And I went home 2 years early because they changed the crack law on March the 4th, 2008. I went home on March the 6th, 2008.
very familiar with these terms. Laura also was charged with a 924C and a 924J based on discharge of a firearm and furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. That's the first charge. That's a 924C. I'm gonna let you see the similarity, so you'll see the double jeopardy that's coming along. Okay. The second charge is a 924J. And that is discharge of a firearm during the drug trafficking.
They say you gotta be the leader to do that. You was the leader.
The correct the culture. You have to be a leader to do what? Explain it. You have to be a leader to do what? If you on a drug conspiracy and they sentence you to drugs, I don't give a fuck what totem pole you was on the indictment. If they change the law for drugs, like when I went to jail, 100 grams of coke was equivalent to 1 gram of crack. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I went home, it was 27.5 or 27.1. They lowered it down to 27.5 or 27.1. I really can't remember how.
What was we changed it?
I know it's 27.5.
They was hanging niggas back when you was not.
When I went to jail, they was hanging us. Because they would listen. I also put in a motion for this before they even changed the crack law. I could take baking soda, right, and put it in a glass of water if I got a sour belch. And
nah, that's a fact, Dada. That's a fact. What you saying is a fact, Dada. But he ain't saying that he made it hot. He's saying that he made it legit. BMF thing wasn't too legit, Dada. But I guess you know what I'm saying, everybody knew about it, Dada. So you know what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying? He made it a little bit legitimate. The data and household names, the data that people actually know about it. Kids actually know about it. Everybody knows about the BMS shit, the data. So, more or less, but I get what you're saying that he ain't do this, the data. And I feel it. He didn't. Meech did. You know what I'm saying? Whatever Meech lifestyle, or Meech life, or whatever Meech his journey in life that not have made this situation occur, and then it happened to manifest with 50 Cent. But 50 Cent actually made it a household and he put it in everybody's face. You know what I'm saying? It's just something different. So, and 50 Cent is known too. So it was just like, oh shit, 50. All right, bet.
Drinking, and it would kill my
50 people know a lot of people know 50 because he's a rapper, too. So 50 is known. BMF wasn't known. So BMF, you gotta give some type of consideration when 50 Cent did. You know what I'm saying?
sour belch. So my motion was brought up on saying that you're charging me as a chemist saying I put baking soda with cocaine to make crack.
Yeah.
How am I a chemist when I'm not using a chemical that's harmful to the body? You understand what I'm saying? They denied my motion on that. They did. But I'm just saying what led up to them. Yes. I went down in the 90s. Yes, sir. 313 AOD. Yes, I did.
Yeah, that makes I feel that makes sense. Nah, you ain't gotta ask for permission. It's not even about permission. So if that's the case, if it's only because of that, and that's the case, that it hits a little different. It does hit a little different. So we're not saying anybody's right. We're not saying anybody's wrong. We're just saying that what people is doing, they just stand on our business. It's a bad situation when shit's going to the top and shit just crumble like that. Just crumble, and there's a lot of hate towards it. Some type of shit.
What I'm saying is, this is what led up to them changing the 50 grams or more was a mandatory minimum of 10 years. If you go to trial and blow, you can get a maximum sentence of life. That's a fact. That's true. 50 grams or more of crack cocaine. Because they charge you as a chemist. Let's get that part straight. They're charging you as a chemist to make crack cocaine. So they add that.
Now that's a fact, they didn't even get their shit together, and just put this shit, but it's already done, that's what they're saying. It's already done. It don't even make sense, Rick Ross knew Little Meech and his dad. He went to prom with the daughter. So look at that, Meech and Terry are 5'6" and 5'4". All the mess is over. They need to build this stuff back up, That's a fact. They didn't get right, All this shit, it got corny real quick.
They add that within the lines of how they do the Biden laws. That's correct. Biden is the one that put that into. Biden also put it in a state statute that if you get caught with 2 ounces or more, you can get life in prison on a state level.
Facts. All right.
So if you get caught with 56 grams of crack cocaine at one time, it's not like that no more. Because when the federal guidelines changed, so did the state law. So if you got caught with 56 grams or more of crack cocaine, you could get life in prison on a state level at one point in time. It's not that anymore. But they changed the laws.
Trafficking incident that results in death. So they both are discharging a firearm doing drug trafficking.
Yeah.
That's double jeopardy.
Yeah.
That's stacking the debt. And they do that to just add more time to your situation.
So when they supersede.
Facts. If 50 Cent made that shit happen, a lot of people wasn't touching the deal, I heard, before 50 Cent. So you gotta understand, 50 Cent put his shit on the line, 50 Cent was already doing power moves, 50 Cent was already doing scripts, 50 Cent is in mad movies, he got, you know what I'm saying, he's in mad movies, he got accolades out the, you know what I'm saying, coming back to, you know what I'm saying, doing movies and shit like that. So him going into movies and doing movies, and him being, and him going that way, you can't get mad at 50 for one, because he did a lot. He used a lot of his resources. A lot of people wasn't fucking with the BMF film, unless 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying? 50 Cent made them fuck with it. So that's what they saying.
This is the vindictive part of going against the feds. they say, well, you have so much balls that you're not going to cop out to this plea. We're going to stack you with counts and charges.
Not only are you not going to cop out to this plea, a lot of these niggas, you understand, turn into government witnesses. You understand? So not only you're not going to cop out, you're not going to
stop this for a minute, man. I want to break this down to y'all.
Yeah, at the end of the day, too, they could do whatever they want to do, Dandada. Whatever they feel like doing, it don't have to be that. It could be legit. It don't gotta be about marijuana or about this, about that, man. If they done with that shit, they done with that shit. It could be about anything, Dandada. Real shit. It could be about anything.
Stop it for a minute.
You feel me?
Yeah.
All right, break it down real quick. I'm gonna run to
A
the rest of
superseding indictment doesn't always mean they add more charges. If, let's say you in jail, right, and you got people that's on your indictment that's still on the street that they looking for. When they catch those guys, they have to go in front of the magistrate also. So they make it a superseding indictment because they're adding more names to the indictment. It doesn't always mean that they're going to add more charges. That's not always the case. So sometimes it is the case because they came up with new evidence and they add more charges to your indictment. That's superseding indictment also. But I want to break down the whole.
Nah, but 50 Cent thought that Meech was going to stay and play. The 50 Cent, Meech actually liked what he was going through and shit like that. Nah, Meech always wanted to do him. You know what I'm saying? Be out there, feel like a superstar, right, and shit like that. He actually want to be doing all that shit. Maybe he does, maybe he don't, but we'll find out. You know what I'm saying? Get more gigs, acting gigs.
Whole format of it. It's not only about adding charges. Superseding indictment is adding individuals also. Let's not forget that. Because if they lock you up and they're looking for your co-defendant, in the complaint, it's going to have all the names of who they're looking for, but they don't have them in the presence of them now. They don't give you basically, you don't even have an indictment until they get it. They supersede it. You understand what I'm saying? By adding more names to the indictment and then boom. The complaint is just enough to lock you up.
Facts. All right.
Because I'm sure that come to you when they come to you with the plea, and when you don't play that ball game, they make it
get nasty. You feel me?
And it to make the people understand, they have to spend money to take you to trial. So when they feel like you making them spend the money,
that's a
on prosecution, all of this.
When they feel like you making them spend money, they're gonna jam your ass. When you take them to trial, they angry because they gotta spend the money for you to go to trial. They gotta pay the jurors, they gotta pay for extra paperwork, they gotta pay stenographers to sit in there and do that. They gotta pay the DAs more time, and they gotta pay the judge more money and all that shit for each time he come to court. So
you think he was gonna win? You think he was gonna win because he did the fresh hearing and all that shit? So you think he was gonna win?
I'll tell you this. You fighting your case, right? You're finding litigations within other cases for your appeal issues or for your issue far as going to court. Now, there's cases relevant to your case that have won. So you look at those cases and you take what's relevant to you and you put it in your motions from that case. You understand what I'm saying? There's plenty of cases within the law books that's relevant to your case where people have came back on appeal and won, or either won outright. So your motions and your appeal issues, your 2255 motions, all of that, you go find relevant cases and you put that within your motions and then you present that to the courts. The best way to do it is to write it out by hand so you won't be charged. Everything is great written out by hand. All that typing and doing all of that, they feel you got money. They want to, you understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But
so Cuffy saying that federal agent, two federal witnesses got killed. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was charged with. That's different.
I want to say this to Mike Craig. Your cousin, he got 10 years for a gun because he had a prior conviction. which was of violence or of drugs. He had that prior conviction, and they gave him a 10-year sentence for. He pled guilty and got 10 years.
Bad.
His maximum sentence wasn't 10 years.
Cuffy got 27, and the shooter got 15.
Okay, I want to say this. All right. The shooters got 15, right?
Yeah.
Because they told the government what happened.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Those guys didn't get 15 years because they didn't cooperate.
Facts.
You can't kill nobody and get 15 years in the federal system.
All right.
Unless you do it in jail.
So you're saying they cooperated? Well, you believe. You believe they cooperated.
They did. They talked to the government. Cuffy said that.
How did they even find the shooters?
If Cuffy didn't talk to the government, how did he get murder for hire broken down to a 924C and a 924J if he never talked to the government as the co-defendants did?
You got a point. You got a point. Shit, different. The data. How did they even find the shooters? Who plugged Cuffy with the fake plugs from Memphis? Who was really an agent? That plug wasn't Suarez.
You said what?
They saying that Meech plugged them. All right, so Cuffy told you who plugged them in. He's gonna tell you who plugged them in.
About the movie, the progress that me and Louis Burrell, my man out of Oakland, was making on getting the budget. And when she clicked over, and all this is in court documents, she clicked over and told the feds, hey, wait up, there's Cuff on the other end. And when they heard Cuff, they lost their mind.
So they tried,
fuck Fidel,
right,
and directed this toward me.
But the original target was Fidel. So how much did he incur in terms of legal action or pursuit? Did they try to pursue him at the same time, or once they knew you were in the mix, they was like, fuck him, let's just get this?
They dropped him. They was like,
Mike Craig, Cuffy got 17 years. Hold on, turn it off. Turn it off. I want to explain something to this guy because he's bugging. Mike Craig, Cuffy got 17 years for a 924C and a 924J. Me and you both heard that out of our own mouth on the last interview. Am I lying? So what are you talking about, Mike Craig? He didn't get 17 years for no murder. He got 17 years for a 924C and a 924J. He said the government dropped the murder charges and charged him with the guns.
And he got 17 years for the bank.
He got 17 years for the guns and 10 years for the drugs. Not for murder, though. He got 17 years for guns. The murder charge, it evaporated somewhere. We don't know what happened to it.
Fact. Bet.
Judge. So you went at this nigga Cuff over a known cartel member.
Yeah, that does hit different, the dollar. That does hit different. Why would Meech keep Tammy as a power of attorney and having his life rights after she misrepresented herself, Dandada? She took down Terry White and only came clean when she was exposed on 2015 hearing, Dandada. So she came clean and she told Meech about all this shit, and then he still fucked with her because she ain't had nothing to do with what you mean?
Member who not only beat you all out.
So that means Meech didn't have nothing to do with it.
They had a hard time.
And she came clean about the situation. Did Meech have anything to do with it, or Meech didn't have nothing to do with it? Then that means you telling that she came clean, and then he told her to ruin the whole case and shit like that. So he told her to ruin the whole case. She came clean. Then he told her to ruin the case. So
I'm in the courtroom explaining that to the judge. But that's just how much vitriol they have for brothers. You understand?
Right. And this was a case out of St. Louis. The indictment that came down where they attempted to get you was coming out. Did that originate out of St. Louis?
It originated out of Atlanta, Georgia, but it stumped to the highest power. So the agent gave it to the St. Louis agents.
Got it.
All the work and all the dirty shit was done in Atlanta, And so that raised red flags. So the judge was like, why would you bring this case down?
Wait, they put 2 killers' guns on Cuff. I missed something. I mean, that's what they trying to say. They put 2 killers' guns on Cuff.
No. Cuff is saying they don't have the guns. They charge them with ghost guns. Cuffy said out his own mouth, they dropped the murder charges and charged him with a 924C and a 924J, which he got 17 years for. Now I want to say this to y'all. From a guy who's done federal time, who's fought a federal case, who got a 2-point enhancement along with his drug charge, which is me. I'm telling y'all right now, Cuffy is saying that the feds threw out a murder for hire charge and charged him with a 924C and a 924J. They threw out a murder for hire charge. I want everybody to listen to this because that ain't factual. So they're gonna throw out a major something that could get you the death penalty and give you something that can only give you 17 years and want to charge you with something that only could give you 17 years if you plead guilty to it. I don't know about that, man. And he said he has a prior arrest for, we don't know what that was, if it was for drugs, guns, whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna tell you this, if you get caught for a violent crime, even in the state, and they catch you with a gun and they take you to the feds, that is a mandatory minimum of 10 years. Now, your criminal history can negate that, which is your category. We're not talking about your level. We're talking about your category. Because when you go over categories, that same level goes higher by 10.
And why is she still fucking with 50? So you saying that Tammy is the one that robbed them for the 8 million and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Tammy owns the life right. So it's Tammy that's getting paid. So it was Tammy actually got the situation with fucking thing. I don't even got nothing to do with 50, you saying. That's what you saying?
20 months. Each time it goes over.
Yeah.
The low end by 10 months, the high end by 20. It will be a 20-month difference. Each category you go over. So we have to understand how the system works and how the guidelines go and all of that. See, guys that haven't been in the feds listening to this shit is just going off of what he's saying to you, because he ain't reading that to you off no paperwork. He's telling you what they did to him.
Yeah.
But if you've been in the federal system and you know how it works, you can see through any bullshit anybody say.
Facts.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I ain't the greatest. I ain't no law professor. I did the jailhouse lawyer shit for my own case. I didn't help nobody else win no cases. I didn't do none of that. But I fought my own case. I fought it.
Now, but you got a better perspective on this case better than anybody else. That's why we like to keep the shit with people who actually been through the shit so they can understand what people's actually saying. You can't have nobody that never been in them shoes coming up here and saying some flaky shit. That's why we understand, and you could keep, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm just
elaborating on shit.
The majority of people that's on that's logging and getting on these platforms and saying things like, say they just commenting on your platform. They commenting in the comments.
Yeah.
The majority of them haven't been even locked up before. They just have heard other people talk about shit, and now they're regurgitating it. They didn't do no legal work, none of that. They don't even know the statutes of whatever he's talking about. They don't know what a 924C is. They don't even know. If he don't say a 924C is a gun charge, they would never know that.
That's why they understand. That's why we give them understanding. That's why
when I first commented on your platform the first time and I heard whatever that.
Yeah, so what are you trying to say? What is it that you're trying to say? That Cuffy ain't right? Like, I don't like. The feds are not dropping murder charges. They said fuck Suarez and went at cuff because of the bodies. I seen people get immediate release for a body. All right, so what you saying? How's that likely? You seeing it?
Dude name up there talking. I told you I need to get on here now because he wailing. He just jumping out there saying all kind of shit. He don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Inglewood dude?
Well, I'm talking about not on this platform here, not on this
All right.
The other one. Remember when you said if you want to get on, you could just go to give me a this, that, and the third. Not today.
Yeah.
Talking about the other day.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, me personally, I'm saying all I'm saying to keep people from going to prison. I'm not saying this.
Nah, stay firm. You good.
Right. I'm not saying this because I'm glorifying something. I'm trying to keep the people that don't understand. Listen, don't get involved with none of this shit if you haven't. Don't do none of this shit because you see what he's doing? He's bitter about being in prison, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's lying. I'm not saying none of that. He's bitter about being in prison, so he's willing to tell the world his bitterness. He's willing to give his bitterness up to the world because he don't want to be where he at, man. Like, this is something that everybody need to understand. All of this stuff should make people not want to go to prison. All of this stuff we on here doing and on here. Yeah, I'm a man. I'm a prior prisoner.
Yeah,
I don't plan to go back no more, but I've been through this down this road.
Yeah, you're good.
So understanding this shit is the key to keep people out of this shit.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. We ain't up here trying to argue with nobody. Like certain people on here, they want to rebuttal what somebody say. They up here trying to argue with you about some shit that they ain't even read. They just up here
more or less, you gotta get people understanding so they can understand the life that everybody's living, and ain't just one way. You know, that's why you just can't be one way. We're not here to take Cuffy side. We're not here to take Meech side. We're not here to take 50 side. We just get that people understanding that life goes always. And look at one day Meech was sitting there and he was taking a picture with 50 Cent. The next day they was beefing. One day Cuffy was chilling with Meech and shit like that. The next day he's all tied up. One day Cuffy was cool with being fucking Tammy while he was locked up. The next day, Cuffy's locked up and he wants to, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that go into life.
I'm on stream.
You got to stay more righteous. You got to stay more aware.
Listen, I'm glad I'm able to elaborate to give people an understanding of what goes on behind these walls, man, and behind these courtrooms and all the other shit that goes with it. That's the thing. I want to enlighten people of what not to do, man, or how not to do it. I don't want to be on here wailing and just saying any kind of shit like others are doing. They haven't been through nothing in their life. They just going off from platform to platform, taking pieces from this guy and from this guy and going on another platform and saying what that guy said and that guy.
Yeah, but life ain't life. You gotta understand that life. Everybody got their own opinion. Everybody got an insight. Just because they're not living their life doesn't mean they don't know certain things about it. Because you can't say, "Oh, a lawyer necessarily is living any type of life." But a lawyer knows about it. Should be because you know what I'm saying. He been in the books and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying. Everybody got a different outlook on life. Everybody got their opinion. Like you can't look at something and just be like, "Yo, this is just for these type of people. This is just one way." It's not one way. You know what I'm saying, but. You know what I'm saying? You gotta evolve to get certain places, because you know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You already know, you won't make it, A lot of people might not make it.
I said on your platform and shit that. I'm not doing that because I know the statutes. I know what the statutes mean, what they stand for. I've been there, so I know.
And life is real, and it goes just like that, Like you gotta give it to them. You gotta give it to them raw in the cut. If they don't understand it,
you got to, man. You can't be on here just shooting from the hip all the time, like just making up shit and going along with shit. And you hear one dude say, "Oh yeah, he read it because how would they do this?" You don't even know what the statute is for that. How you can say what somebody did unless you get somebody to break it down for you.
If they got Cuffy on wiretaps, that's different.
Now, the wiretaps they got came from Tammy's cooperation. Listen, They was about to get rid of the case because whatever was going on with the prosecutor, but they had enough evidence for the prosecutor to present it to the judge to get a warrant for wiretaps, audio, and putting shit under his car and all that shit. They had enough evidence as far as that, because once the shit came out about her fucking the prosecutor dude, that's enough to get the case annulled, thrown out. So they was able to get a warrant for wiretaps from all the information that they got from her. This is what people not paying attention to.
So they never really heard nothing about no murders or nothing.
No, that's a whole nother entity. That's what they got out of the wiretaps and all of that shit. They got that later on. The first part was just the drug deal. And then they got everything else as far as the wiretaps, and they tapped his phone. He was on the phone talking and all that shit.
That's a fact. All right.
Yes. They were not filed in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, we just felt like it would move faster down, and so none of it made any sense.
Damn. So from what I understand, Cuff, they got you on some bullshit, a ghost gun, and a bunch of bullshit. How long have you been in, and what is your chances of beating this now and getting out early on what you've been served?
We believe, by the mercy of Allah, that we are in really, really good shape. When Meech and them case went in the toilet, they indicted me on 2 homicides. They panicked and they indicted me on 2 homicides based on my co-defendant statements. So I had to plead. I had to plead to 27 years.
How long you been in there, Cuff?
Since 2013. Okay. So what ended up happening was I pled to the conspiracy with Tammy Cowens, and there was 10 years for that, which I finished. And now I'm serving the 17 years. So this is what happened. Instead of me pleading to the murders, they let me plead to an invisible gun, homie. And at the time, I didn't know the significance of it, because 27 years is 27 years. I didn't know any better. But my attorney told me that they fucked up. You don't have a gun. You never had a gun. They don't even allude to you having a gun, and they let you plead to a gun.
So
why do you think they let him plead to a gun?
He leaving out something, man. They indicted him on conspiracy. They indicted him on murder for hire, because he hired somebody to kill a government informant for his brother, who the dude was supposed to be testifying against for a drug conspiracy. He also hired another dude for, I guess another dude owed some money. He hired a dude to kill him. He said they indicted him on that. So where did they get ghost guns from? I don't understand that part. There's something missing here. Like I told you, man, something ain't clean in the milk, man.
Yeah. That nigga's thinking.
He gonna have, now there's gonna be people that's on here like you that's doing these shows that's gonna start bringing up these allegations and start trying to get his paperwork. If he don't have any appeal issues and none of that left, his paperwork is public information.
So why do you think they let him plead to ghost guns?
I mean, I don't know the whole situation within his situation, but me, I feel that those guys that told, right, they got 15 years.
Yeah.
Right? They told that he hired them or whatever the case may be. He told too. That's how he got 27 years.
So they call 15, they got 15 for the body?
They got fit. This is what he said. We don't know that. We haven't spoke to those guys.
Yeah.
He's saying that they got 15 years apiece for telling.
All right.
So
who?
We don't know, man. He just said they worked with the government. We don't know what they did or how they did it or who they did. But I know it's something wrong with the plea they gave him, because they don't indict you on something and let you plead out to something else that's not even in the indictment.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You're not indicted for no guns. You're indicted for murder. How did it turn into a 924C and a 924J and you calling it ghost guns? How did that even occur? That's what I wanted. That's what the people should want to know. It's being that we on this topic.
That's a fact. You're right. You're right.
I mean, that's the point. And that's what I was saying to Sean G. If you go look at his thing and his platform where he said this to Sean G and I commented under it. Wait a minute. You got indicted for something, right? And they let you plead out to something that's not even on your indictment. You don't have no paperwork to state that you had a 924C or a 924J, but you got paperwork to say that you indicted for murder for hire. So how does that coincide with each other? Where does that come from? That's what I'm saying. They don't do that. So we could all agree with him. Not saying I do. I'm just saying in general. People can agree with him on saying Meech did the third party shit and all that shit. But what did you do to get those mitigating numbers? What did you do? Because if you get caught, let's say you got caught on the conspiracy charge, right? They caught you. They was looking for you you made a drug deal. And they come lock you up and they find guns and all that shit in your house. All that shit goes on your indictment, on the same indictment. He's trying to say that they basically separated the time, and they didn't separate nothing. You got 27 years. So that's what you're saying. I'm saying this. He got caught. Also, this is something that we got to understand. On his original indictment, it says he had or sold 5 kilograms of cocaine, 1 kilogram of methamphetamine, 1 kilogram of heroin. 10 grams of methamphetamine is a mandatory minimum of 10 years. 5 kilos of cocaine, 1 kilo of cocaine is a mandatory. I don't think it's 5 years no more. It might be 3.5 or something like that. But when I went to jail, 1 kilogram of cocaine without a prior conviction was 5 years in federal prison. 60 months.
Right. That's a fact. So everybody got their own opinion, everybody got their own journey in life, and everybody got their own speculation. Everybody got their own things on how they speaking upon people. We gotta stay more legit to never. You know what I'm saying? People is speaking. They want, you know what I'm saying? They just gonna have their answers, but life ain't about none of that shit, Life's just about living, you know what I'm saying? Being healthy, you out, you well nourished, you doing good, you eating good, it is what it is, stay more aware, you know what I'm saying? Stay hydrated, you know what I'm saying? And we're in the elevator. You mark it, we gonna spark it. If you ping it, we gonna stink it. If you drop the low, we gonna flock this low. You heard? You tagged it, so we run the static, hyenas, we're in the elevator. Who's elevator? God's elevator. I rock with the King X. Don't forget Kennedy doing his million march right here on YouTube, we conducting ourselves the most highest, life's what you make it. You can't love it, you can't hate it. It's gonna be simply what you make it, you know what I'm saying? God told you because he knew he could trust you. You God's best kept secret, and that's just what it is, so stay more aware than ever, man. Stay more coherent, life, what's going on between life, just make sure it's blessed, you're having peaceful moments, all moments gotta be peaceful, real shit,